I'm at the end of a tour. I'm very tired. I'm gonna try to explain a little dance to you guys. Alright? Funny story.
After our last tour in South Africa, I went to this retreat.
And then they failed to read the whole thing. And the day before I go, they called me, hey man, just so you know, you might be doing psychedelics, you don't have to do it, but I heard so many good things, and I think you should do it. I'm always down to try something that's going to elevate my mind.
Because I just needed some peace.
I was going through a lot, and to be honest, I wasn't having a lot of fun during the first South African tour, because my mind was in a different place.
I was meditating, I was in this garden, and I saw these bugs. I normally call them flies. You guys call them monkeys or something? Like,
usually just hit them away. Like right now, this time I was like, wait a second. These things have a soul. They have a life to them, and
I thought about my own life, and I was like, you know what?
You know, you have this one chance to paint a beautiful picture in life.
You got one chance to choreograph this beautiful dance in life, and then
I wrote down in my little notebook, all scribbly, horrible. It's just a little dance under the sun. And I kept that with me the whole day. For the next few days, we went shark cage diving. Remember, I'm like horribly scared of drowning and I can't swim. So this was like me facing big fears. So the instructor's telling us to go dive, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I jump in, I see a big old shark's nose in the damn cage.
I don't know. Down underwater, there's a shark.
I was just fired up, and I was just trying to calm down, and music calms me down, so I think my brain automatically just went to melodies. And it's like, I went to Adrian, I was like, I need your phone right now. I need to record this melody so I don't forget it. And this is the melody. This you under the sun. Yeah, we know it's just luck under the sun.
The first time I was exposed to Neon Dreams was when I was on Instagram, like at the beginning of lockdown, like most of us were just scrolling through Instagram, and a video came up of Frank actually just playing like by a lake or something like that, and it looked so beautiful, and I loved the song, and I was like, oh wow, this is right up my alley.
We made a post actually on Instagram saying which South African artist should we collaborate while we're here with, and
a lot of people started tagging me and things, saying that we should work together.
So on our last day in South Africa after the first tour,
I was like, man, we gotta go to the studio with Josie. Everyone's saying we should go write a song with Josie. Let's go do it.
And I was up for it, man.
Immediately we like clicked artistically.
So I really wanted to impress the guys because I was like, oh, this is a cool opportunity for me. And so I wanted to work with the best producers and write together. And so Dolph was in Cape Town, so we worked with Dolph, and I know Dolph is amazing. Like his producer level is like at 9,000.
I showed them the idea for Little Dance.
The four of us plus Levi, who you guys may be familiar with, we sat down, we wrote, it clicked right away.
And we just worked on the song from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m.
It just was one of those weird things that happens every now and then where you get in a studio with some people and something magical happens.
Little Dance is an amazing song, and it just comes from a special place because I think we had special moments in the studio together.
Josie's energy mixed with my whole experience and walk through life, like I think that equals sunshine. You'll see a lot of that on a lot of songs we wrote together.
If you don't know who Dolph is, you're gonna know very soon.
I'd like you to know that this man from Potchefstroom produced that song. Make some noise for Dolph.
You just watch him just create this epic thing. It's like he's just growing a real life plant in front of us. He's watering it, and you see it growing taller and taller every hour. It's really cool.
I think the artist steers the ship, and you're just kind of there to help make their vision a little bit clearer or like audible.
From that first experience, we knew that there was a lot more that was going to come, and then eventually they came back to South Africa.
And so we were like, we got to follow up on that, and we pretty much did an entire album together. On our first South African tour, we brought this TikToker. His name is John Mark. You might remember him from our first vlog posts, but he brought along a videographer named Daniel Cole.
If you asked me last year if I knew that I'd be touring the world with a Canadian band, following them around, getting to experience what they experience with a camera in my hand, I would have laughed at you. The past year and a bit has just been one crazy roller coaster.
But we all like really clicked really well artistically with how we wanted our video stuff to be shot, and also as just like homies. After working with Dan and doing that tour stuff, at the end we had all this footage and we were like, what are we gonna do with this all? And we knew we wanted to get into doing like a YouTube series type thing. So we started working very closely with Dan on all this vlog material.
As we were working on the vlogs and stuff, I remember just telling Daniel, like, man, it'd be sick one day to do a music video, and I remember seeing his face light up.
The next thing we had coming up was the Europe tour, and we were like, well, we want to capture us going to Europe too. So then Dan also came to Europe. So I think our friendship just grew stronger even more on that Europe tour. Afterwards, I had gone home, and Frank and Dan both went back to South Africa, and we started talking about what are we going to do for a music video for Little Dance.
We couldn't fly back to North America to go shoot a music video with this top director, and
we were like, we wrote this song and this album in South Africa, so it's like, it makes sense to just go do it in Cape Town. And
you know what, my gut said, I think Daniel and I can just do this ourselves.
2 beat, take 4. All right, cue music. Everybody ready, and action.
So when Frank eventually asked me, hey, would you potentially like to do a music video? Of course I was bubbling to say yes, but at the same time there was this like feeling of like anxiety and nervousness to the fact that I'd never done anything like this before, and I'd never been offered such a big budget or crew to create a piece of art essentially. So the main concept for the music video of Little Dance was to capture the most perfect day in Cape Town from sunrise to sunset. We wanted to make something that was bright, colorful, fun, energetic, and just kind of shared that sense of love for the people around you. And I think we captured that perfectly.
I stumbled across this gathering that happens in Cape Town called Promenade Mondays. And basically it's like a meetup that happens every Monday throughout the summer, which celebrates the lifting of the ban of skateboards, longboards, roller skating, etc. on the Sea Point Promenade. So I show up the first time with the director Dan, and we get there and we're like, hey, what's up? We're trying to shoot a music video in Cape Town if there's any like skateboarders that are interested.
We managed to link up with so many wonderful people who gave so much of their time to come through and be a part of this project.
I had one guy come up to me, his name is Sage, and he goes, here, take this board, you're gonna ride with us today. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's go. Honestly, it was like the best time I had in a long time. And then we got to get a bunch of them in the video, and we captured pretty much Promenade Monday.
So sticking with the concept of bright colors, interesting patterns, and kind of this psychedelic undertone in the song, we wanted to do something a little bit different. So we utilized something called a liquid light show, and this is something that I've been doing with a group called the Glue Factory in Cape Town for live bands. The liquid light show works by using an old school overhead projector and then some glass dishes. And what you do then is you color water and oil in different ways, and as they heat up and mix together, they create these fantastic patterns that can't really be recreated.
They want to help people out, you know, and they want to bring people along on the journey, and they want to have fun, but they want people to come along and have fun with them, you know, which I really respect. You know, there's not a lot of people who go out of their way to help people, and the crowd reacts to that as well. They give back because Frank and Adrian are giving so much to the crowd. They're like, oh wow, you appreciate us enough to give us your all, so we are going to support you, and we're going to shout, we're going to sing all the words.
The biggest thing that shocked me about playing Little Dance on this tour was it felt like the first tour when we played Life Without Fantasies. It was like everybody started screaming and singing the lyrics right away. And I'm almost debating, and I think Frank was thinking this too, it's like, did we get a whole new set of fans from Little Dance?
Neon Dreams is its own thing. And I didn't realize how much people love Neon Dreams until we put that song out. Because you know, it's one thing to go viral and everyone sing that one song at the end of your set, but it's another thing for everyone to yell more, like, little dance louder than Life Without Fantasies now.
This thing's still growing. It's not slowing down.
They're finding peace within that song because I found peace within finding that idea.
Don't need to rush, we got time in our cups. Yeah, it's just a little dance under the sun.